Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, I am Dr. Tarifat Alom, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, Ad-Din Hafiz Medical College, Khulna. Welcome you all my today's video class. Today my topic is superinfection and antimicrobial synergism and antagonism. At first, I will discuss about superinfection. Now, definition of superinfection. Superinfection may be defined as appearance of bacteriological and clinical evidence of a new infection during the chemotherapy of a primary one. Mechanism of superinfection. Use of antibiotic causes alteration in the normal microbial flora. The normal flora contribute to the host defense by elaborating substances called bacteriocin, which inhibit pathogenic organisms. So, when we used broad-spectrum antibiotic, pathogenic organisms get free due to inhibition of normal flora and produce secondary infection, which is known as superinfection. Antibiotic causing superinfections, usually broad or extended spectrum antibiotic such as tetracycline, chloramphenicol, ampicillin, amoxicillin, newer cephalosporins, aminoglycosides. These antibiotics are responsible for producing superinfection. Organism causing superinfections most commonly involve Candida albicans, Clostridium difficile, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, resistant Staphylococcus aureus. Now, management of superinfections. Superinfections are generally more difficult to treat. In case of Candida albicans, we can use nystatin or other proper antifungal agents. In case of antibiotic associated pseudomembranous enterocolitis, we can manage patient by the stop the primary drug, correct the dehydration, give the proper antibiotic after culture and sensitivity test. Here, metronidazole and vancomycin are the drug of choice. Common sites of superinfection: nasopharynx, intestine, urinary epithelium, oral cavity. Prevention of superinfection. Number 1. Use of specific antimicrobial agents whenever possible. Number 2. Do not use antimicrobial in self-limiting and untreatable infection. Number 3. Prolonged use of antimicrobials should be avoided. Now, I will discuss about antimicrobial synergism and antagonism. Antimicrobial synergism. The inhibitory or killing effects of two or more antimicrobials used together are significantly greater than their effects when used individually is called antimicrobial synergism. Students, see this example. Number 1. Inhibition of enzymatic inactivation. For example, amoxicillin and clavulanic acid. Here, clavulanic acid is a beta-lactamase enzyme inhibitors and amoxicillin is a beta-lactamase sensitive antibiotic. So, combinedly used of this drug, clavulanic acid is inhibit the inactivation of amoxicillin by beta-lactamase enzyme and thereby amoxicillin exhibit its proper antibacterial effect. Number 2. Enhancement of antimicrobial agent uptake. For example, aminoglycosides and penicillin is combinedly used. Students, we know that aminoglycosides is a protein synthesis inhibitor antibiotics and penicillin is a cell wall synthesis inhibitor antibiotic. So, when we used aminoglycosides and penicillin combinedly, penicillin increased the uptake of aminoglycosides by the organisms by inhibiting cell wall synthesis. Number 3. Blockade of sequential steps in a metabolic sequence. For example, cotrimoxazole. All these 3 examples are very important for written examination and also viva. Question may come in the form of rationalize the combination or justify the combination. For example, justify the combination amoxicillin and clavulanic acid or aminoglycosides and penicillin or cotrimoxazole. Now, antimicrobial antagonism. The combined inhibitory or killing effects of two or more antimicrobial drugs are significantly less than their effects when used individually is called antimicrobial antagonisms. For example, number 1, bacteriostatic agents can antagonize the action of bactericidal agents. We know that bacteriostatic agents inhibit the growth and multiplication of the organisms, and bactericidal agents kill the microorganisms. But most of the bactericidal agents act on the rapidly growing microorganisms. So when we combinedly used a bacteriostatic agent and bactericidal agents, bacteriostatic agents inhibit the growth and multiplication of microorganisms, thereby decrease the antibacterial activity of bactericidal agents. That's why bacteriostatic agents and bactericidal agents can antagonize their action. Number 2, induction of enzymatic inactivation. Students, these two topics are very important for written examination and viva. This is all for today. Thank you.